As I was driving through the woods, I stumbled upon a singing tree. Oh my goodness. Knowledge brings light, as singing tree lights your path. Come away with me on a journey of knowledge. Let me tell you a story from the green tales of Singing Tree. This is Africa. Hello, children all over the world. And hello to you too, dear Mumbi.
Great to be here with you too, Grandma Wura. And thank you for the hot chocolate.
You're welcome.
Right outside our home early this morning was a great flood. And we couldn't leave the house.
Oh.
That wasn't so cool. Because I couldn't even make it to school. But, Grandma Wura?
Yes?
What causes floods in the first place?
Well, people usually throw their sweet wrappers, nylon bags, and rubbish onto the road. And so the gutters get clogged. Then, when it rains, everywhere becomes flooded. Because the water is unable to flow freely.
Oh no! So I might never play outside all through this rainy season?
Sadly, if we don't do something about it, you might not be able to do so frequently. Which reminds me about the little girl who went through something same as you. So, sit tight and let me take you on a journey of knowledge. And children, I sure hope you didn't throw anything out there tonight. This is Africa. Temi had come to visit her grandparents for the holidays. On arriving, she noticed how terrible the roads were. The gutters were so clogged that it made the street smell very badly and also made the street look like a refuse dump. When Temi asked her grandparents how things had degenerated to this point, they simply told her of how usually some people would leave their trash outside without lids to cover them up, while some just threw their garbage over their trash can without trying to fit it all properly. And whenever it rained, all the garbage would get washed into the drainages. Temi had never experienced this before, and so, on one rainy day, she saw how the neighbor's trash can, which had been left outside by the road, dropped to the ground with a thud as all of its contents poured out and got washed into the drainage. Temi put on her boots, got hold of an umbrella, and ran outside. She then lifted the trash can and placed it back in its former position while trying to steady it more firmly this time so it didn't fall to the ground again. The neighbors and all the residents who witnessed her do this felt somewhat uncomfortable and embarrassed. But they quickly slammed their doors and their windows shut, almost angrily, I'd say. The very next day, Temi looked through the window and saw one of the neighbors carrying out the same old habit of carelessly throwing their garbage over the trash can. This discouraged Temi, as she realized it was going to take more than just setting an exemplary routine for this community to get them to change. One day, on arriving from an errand, she saw a poster that had the local government's number on it. This gave her an idea, a way to finally get the entire community's attention. She took down the number and then, when she got home, she dialed it on her grandpa's phone, with his permission, of course. The phone rang for several minutes until finally, a phone operator picked up the phone. When the phone operator heard Temi's voice, he realized that she was only a little girl and he thought he was being prank called. So, he immediately hung up the phone. Temi tried multiple times but got the same reaction from the phone operator in the local government office. She got annoyed and eventually gave up. That night, while washing the dishes, Temi heard a very beautiful voice singing the most beautiful melody she had ever heard. She tried to look in the direction she believed it was coming from when she spotted a beautiful green tree standing right near the bushes, and it seemed to have a glow. Quickly, Temi ran outside to take a closer look at the tree. Could this be what she was thinking? Ah, yes. It was who she was thinking it was. As the tree slowly transformed into a beautiful green lady, it was Singing Tree. Oh my! Her mother, who was a horticulturist, had once told her about Singing Tree, but never had she imagined she would be so beautiful. Singing Tree smiled softly at Temi and said, "A farmer never gives up on his crops, even when the crows dive. So why should you?" And then she disappeared. Oh, what did that mean? Did Singing Tree just ask her never to give up? Early the next day, on a Saturday morning, Temi woke up determined to find a solution to the drainage problem in the community where her grandparents lived. They deserved better living conditions, and so did the other people, children and elderly, living in the community, even if they did not believe it. However, she was going to prove it to them. And if no one was going to help her, she was going to do it herself. Temi got a rake and other cleaning equipment from her grandparents' shed and immediately started removing the waste and garbage from the gutters. Her grandparents were astonished to see what Temi was doing, and so they decided they would join in. They were not going to fold their hands and watch their little girl do all the work by herself. So, they both grabbed tools from the shed as they joined in to help Temi. When other neighbors saw Temi and her elderly grandparents cleaning up the drainages, each and every one of them began to join in, one after the other, feeling uncomfortable about watching an old couple and a little girl do the work all alone. In a very short while, the entire community was out cleaning all the drainages and the gullies. Together, everyone joined hands to clean the roads and get rid of all the garbage. That day, after they were all done cleaning, there was a very heavy rainfall that caused very serious flooding in a lot of communities, as reported in the news that night, with so many flooded homes. But Temi's grandparents' community was exempted from this. Over the following days, weeks, and months, every home in the community made it a habit to ensure They disposed of garbage responsibly and got leads for their garbage cans. They set up a specific date in the month when everyone would come out to clean the environment together as one community. They even made more relationships and connections while doing this. Their roads looked nothing like what it looked like when Temi just arrived to the area. Everywhere looked clean. The bad smell was totally gone. And the children with their families enjoyed healthier lives. Temi felt very happy about this, and the entire community had her and her grandparents to thank for it. They all thanked her for making them realize what needed to be done. The following month, the local government officers arrived to the area and announced their plans to repair some of the bad roads in the community. Little Temi had become an inspiration to so many and even appeared in the newspapers. Everyone knew her as the little incorrigible girl who decided to influence an entire community for the better. The end.
This is Africa.
In today's Green Tale, we learned that people actually throw their trash into the streets in real life. That's why, when it rains, it clogs the gutters and people have to walk in the dirty flood to get home. Not taking out the trash properly could lead to knee-level floods. So next time, just hold your sweet wrapper till you get home, then throw it into the bin. I'll see you in the next Green Tale. Bye-bye!
This is Africa.
This podcast series is supported by AfricanNoFilter in partnership with MasterCard Foundation.
Listen to the